Alrighty. I think that's all working. There we go. It is. Excellent. So, something a little bit different today, or different even, other than my ability or inability to speak English. Working on something from Reaper Miniatures. This is one of their Rocky models. Specifically, it's this model right here, Sneaky Rocky, from the Bones Miniatures collection. I apologize, I slightly ripped the packaging there, but that's all the information you need if you want to buy one of your own. And I'm putting this together first, and then I'm going to be painting this up. And for those watching on Twitch, this is in aid of WWF live streamers. Currently raising money for the WWF to help combat sea pollution and climate change. And as you can see, still working in a rest brace. So it's only going to be a short one again today while my rest heals up a bit. But I do plan on finishing this beautiful little dragon. No sub-assemblies today. This thing is gonna be fully assembled before we paint. When I say thing, I mean dragon. There you go. Nice and easy. I'm just gonna put a dab of super glue here to attach him to the base if the super glue will cooperate with me. There we go. This is regular old Loctite super glue. Nothing fancy. Other brands of super glue are available and will work perfectly well for this. Just make sure I get that lined up. There we go. So, it says some assembly is required. As you can see, the assembly takes 2 minutes? 3 maybe, if you're taking your time. It's not assembly to be afraid of, I'm told. I'm gonna move the packaging out way. Grab up. Nice, wide. I like chisel tip brushes for basing. I don't know why. But that's what we're getting into now. So just gonna do straight black base all over before I get into any color. If anyone curious, got a different track by Relaxation Harmonies today. This is the piano instrumental for Deep Sleep. But I just thought it sounded pretty. As always, go check them out on YouTube. If you type in Relaxation Harmonies in the search bar, that'll be the first results. Yeah, kind enough to supply it all copyright free, so go give them some support if you can. Okay. Now I've got all the promo, businessy stuff out the way. Can relax and enjoy painting stream. Okay. So as I mentioned, just giving a nice even coat of black all over. A nice neutral place to start. And this particular one's going to be quite a dark color overall. I mean, lots of dark blues and greens. So I want to keep a lot of this dark undertone for most of the dragon. I love painting these models. The whole Rocky series from Reaper Minis. It's an awesome, awesome collection. If you want something fun and adorable, it can be painted in any number of ways. Thoroughly recommend checking them out. Plus, they quite often throw in free gifts in your orders, so if you buy a lot of stuff at once, they're a good bunch. Okay. I'm just getting some of the clumps. Trying to make sure that not too many of them get transferred over to the model. It won't be the end of the world if they do, I can just pick them off, but saves time if they don't transfer. Okay. And let's go over here. Make sure that head, that face. These funky eyebrows will get their covering. Alright. So the trick of these, making sure you get a good base coat down. And everything else just falls into place. Nice and easy. Just need to adjust my light slightly. There we go. It's a bit better. I'm not constantly at risk of headbutting it now. Which, you know, always preferable. As I'm sure anyone watching will agree. Alright. Just trying to make sure no areas get missed. But also trying to make sure that the detail isn't lost as well. Now the material, whoops, the material is quite flexy. You know what, I might leave that off for the time being. Just so that we can do this back area nice and easy. And once we got the back on, it can attach nice and easy. As you can see, there's like a little gap there. Super easy to reattach. I'm all about making life easier for us. It's the easier you're finding it, the better your paint will be. You make it extra tricky for yourself, you're just going to risk making the final effect look worse for no reason. Painting models isn't always easy. No point making it harder for yourself. Okay. Oh, there goes the other one. Right, that one's gonna go back in a minute. We'll do the wings separately. Screw it. Change your plan. Go with what I just said, making it easier on myself. I'm not trying to show off for anyone. Okay. So just making sure that these also get their coat. Both sides, of course. Great. I'm basically just a little dragon. Rinse this off. Alright, getting a new blotting paper. Okay. What's next? I think a little... Just grabbing another paint. Let's do a little bit of a basic base first. It's a simple base colour, just a little bit of Morghast bone. And the black will show through on the first couple of coats. But that's okay. It's kind of to be expected. Once it starts to dry and take, we'll add the layers in. This is sort of very much made up as I go along, so you know, if you're kind of like me and kind of like to go with the flow a little bit with painting, kind of get used to making up for maybe picking the wrong base color for the color you're currently painting. But you don't always have to plan ahead. Sometimes it's fun to make it up as you go along. So, should hopefully be a nice just Okay. And the other side. More blue. All the blue. I want to keep it quite dark, especially on the wings. Okay, there we go. So we start from the darkest colours to the lightest colours, apart from the base, obviously, which is kind of monotone in a way. The base is going to be very simple. Alright, at this stage, I think we need to downsize our brush a bit. And when I say a bit, I mean quite a lot. Alrighty. This is where we get some detail going. I'm gonna start here and work backwards, I think. So you can just dry brush these. You don't have to do it this way, the long way. If you dry brush them, this model's done very, very quickly. It takes hardly any time at all. This way takes a little longer, but I find it always looks better. So it depends what you have in mind for the model. As to which way you personally go with yours. I like taking a little bit of extra time on these guys. It's a little bit of extra love and they look amazing. Okay. So I'm deliberately leaving a little bit of a dark border on the edge of each scale. That's intentional. It kind of adds to the 3D effect of the actual texture itself. The scale texture on the model. And you can go quite thick with the paints now. You might want to do a couple of passes on some of the scales. Or just, you know, do what I plan to do and layer a couple of different colours to really build up that 3D effect. And just take your time with it and enjoy it. It's nice to kind of just zen out and appreciate some music. And just draw lots of little tiny circles with a paintbrush. Okay. So moving slowly down. It's not the end of the world if a couple of the scales bleed together, but it's usually best to give them a little bit of space. Okay. There's a couple of base scales down there. And go right up the tail as well. And with the face, I do slightly different things. I follow the scales down here, but I leave those scales around the eyes. And those are going to be a different colour, most likely. Well, they might not be, but I come back and do those later when I'm a bit more settled on how the eyes are going to look. You can see that 3D effect that I was talking about already kind of taking place. And then you just see the other side. Okay. And I like having a big contrast between the two colours. They're kind of chibi, cartoonish models. So you're not looking for realism here. So you kind of want to go almost animation style with colour choices. So big, bold colours, lots of contrast. You're not really looking for subtle realism or blending on this one. You can obviously do it with these, and I've seen it done really, really well. Unless you're super, super confident with it. I always recommend going with a more simple, bold colour scheme. Very kids cartoon type colours. very defined and saturated. Which honestly, it's really fun to do that occasionally, especially if you've had a bout of realistic or high detail colours and soft blends and things like that. Going from that to doing just a bold, saturated, defined, clean line model. No blending, nothing like that. It's really, really nice. Both have their own challenges. I wouldn't say one is, you know, a higher level of technique than the other. They're just different. And personally, I find models like this a lot easier, but still very, very satisfying. Because you can really get the basics right. And just focus on making sure that color is solid and the details are clear. And you can see that sort of 3D effect that I mentioned, sort of creating a natural outline around each scale shape. I know it's a little bit shiny. Unfortunately, I can't avoid that. But that natural outline, it sort of lends itself to that animation style that I mentioned. Okay. And just following this detail all the way up the tail as well. You're taking care not to go too over the top. And there we go. The scale's pretty much done. I'm just progressively rinsing out the blue, making sure that the brush is at least 99% clean, you know? Or move on to a different colour. Alright, I'm leaving the wings like I mentioned. I'll come back to those in a little bit. I'm going to focus on the main body. First, a little bit of hydration. And I'm just going to do a quick technical check. Super, super quickly. I think I forgot to do a thing. Alright, no, that's all sorted. Cool. Sweet. That's fine. I didn't forget to do the thing. Okay. So, I think green's next. Just having a quick look. Alright. So, we got a sea blue. Now for a sea green. Some really beautiful music from this piano. If anyone ever finds out who the pianist was, I hope they're doing well. I hope they're successful. I'm gonna change brushes for this. Downsizing my brush again. A little more fine detail. Okay. No, actually, no, that's broader than I thought it was. Now I'm looking at it. There we go. No, that's also. Where have all my small brushes gone? Okay, screw it. This one will have to do. Doesn't have to be ultra fine detail, luckily. Just small what we've been doing. Spinning this around slightly so I can get a better view. A little bit of a curvature here. And then we go up the back of the head. You know, little spines as well. Okay. I'm just letting the bold colour come through. And this one might need a second layer. Just because of how it's sitting on top of the glue. But that's okay. Just making sure that there's not too much paint sat on the top. So we want it to actually dry tonight. So there'll be some extra layers going on top of that. Okay. He's got a little green mohawk at the moment. And right the way to the tip of his tail. Okay. And then I'm also using this colour, the membrane in his ears, just to give that a little bit of definition, I guess, and contrast in those areas too. Right, that needs a little correction. Put that down. Make sure I actually clean this properly. Okay. So let's correct that little ear detail first. Just go back to that dark green, dark blue even, that we first put on. Just get a small amount on the brush, because we don't really want a thin layer. I can literally just paint over the top. No one would ever know. Except, you know, anyone who ever watches this on YouTube. Okay. So while that green is dry, blue number 3. Now the pot for that one bugs me because it never wants to stay open. But here we are. And again, I'm trying to get a 3D effect on this. So I'm trying to let some of the previous blue show. Think of it as super chunky highlights. And we're just going back over those scales again. giving it this gorgeous rich blue. Okay. Right up that tail again, but not all the way this time. Like I said, this is more of a highlight. So some of those paler scales at the top won't have this secondary blue one. That's intentional. And some of the smaller scales around the shoulders and that kind of area, I'm skipping or only giving a very light brush to. So I still want that other blue to be visible. And so I can tie all the colours together. Okay, there we go, Pop. If you could just stay there for me, that would be ideal. Okay. So I've done a couple on the cheek here, but I'm also going to use this blue on these little eyebrow horns. Not sure what I'd call these. The eyebrow scales. And just as a highlight here too. Now I'll probably have to go over those ones when I get to the eye. But for the time being, we have that. And that's partly why there's multiple colours on the scales. So you can sort of tie all the different areas together. And it doesn't look weird suddenly introducing a new colour just for a highlight, basically. And again, focusing on the bigger scales mainly. Going across. Morning, Bess. Welcome in. How's it going? Okay. Going right up the shoulder there. How's it doing? I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. Autofocus is having a field day as well. The wrist is not happy with me. The wrist did not like doing a full day of work. But otherwise I've got things. I got an adorable little dragon to paint, so I'm happy. Stupid autofocus, right? Hey, hello, there's a cute little dragon here. Are you focusing on anything else? Hen, welcome in, Hen. How's it going? I was liking on your Warframe stream earlier, Hen. Looked like you were having fun. Okay. Let's do the last few highlights there. Catch a couple other scales that I missed. Way too much. It looked like you made really good progress on the oh, what are they called? The missions where you have the specific frame you have to do. Arbitrations? Or am I thinking of something else? You watch? I do let you watch. Whatever you want. On demand. Blame time zones. Okay. Missed a couple. It was arbitration. Okay, I wasn't going completely mad. That's good. Yeah, you had the Hollow Point mod and a couple of other really cool sounding ones that I can't remember off the top of my head now. It was good. Look fun. I would have It's totally not because that was the team that I was I was going to be in if I was able to participate. Alright, that base is looking a bit better. Second coat of paint, and that's actually looking like sand now. Okay. So I'm testing the colour out a little bit. I'm not 100% sure what I thought it was. I'm not sure if I'll stick with yellow. I'm going to see how it works with the rest of the colour scheme. And then I might change it, depending on how it works. But as pretty much any mini painter will tell you, yellow is not the best to work with, so it's my one and only challenging aspect for this model. Okay. Right. So, possible placeholder yellow. Possible permanent, not sure yet. I'm gonna wait and see how the rest of the model turns out first. Oh, this brush is wrecked though. It's a shame, it was a really nice brush. But it's frayed super quickly. Alright, they're going with a nice, bright, kind of... I don't want to say seaweed green because it's not quite seaweed green. It tends to be a little bit more deep and rich, but... that kind of colour. Really bright green. Nice and vibrant. And I'm just getting the raised edges of those with that little back mohawk going on. I don't really need to go too crazy with it. Yeah, it's a chunky highlights kind of a model. I'm definitely trying to go for a more like Borderlands or similar animated kind of color scheme with this. Rather than anything too subtle. It's deep, rich seaweed. Well, then I'm sure there's a color out there. I'm sure there's a seaweed out there that's this color. Maybe. I don't know. The whole point is it's seaside themed, so blues and greens. I'm actually going to do the little horns as well. Little head horns in these colours. Because I like this green. It's a good green. Okay. Look at that little guy. Looks like he's midway through doing the cat butt wiggle. Like he's seeing something he's going to pounce on. Oh, apologies for that. That was a bit loud. Okay. Next up, horn detail. Now for those, it's quite blended in. But for the smaller ones along his back, they're going to be quite chunky again. Just kind of want these to stand out a bit. I want the kind of cartoonish block effect that you get. Almost neon in comparison. There you go. I like how this guy's turning out. I love these little dragons. They're so cute. And they always seem to turn out well. At least I think so, anyway. Okay, so that's the inside. That's the inside of that. So, I'm going to try out this on the inner wing. Now, I've not used these before, but they're meant to sort of give an iridescence on the model, but they work best on dark gloss finishes. It's dark semi-gloss. So I'll see what happens. Irritatingly, they come in a dropper bottle, which I know some people prefer, but for me, it's a little inconvenient because I don't really have capability to deal with them too well. So I've got turned the base inside out, and I've got a sort of makeshift little, I don't even know what you call it, easel, I guess? Palette, that's the word I was looking for. storage facility, yeah. And I mean, if you look at it, you can kind of see the iridescence around the edge, but the consistency is really weird. The consistency of those is really weird, and it looks really strange. So I'm not going to do that too much in case Automod gets the wrong idea. And instead, I'm going to just do a nice chunky highlight on the tops of these wings. So that iridescence I'm just going to do on the sort of the leathery bit of the wings. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out, Buzz. That was definitely what I was driving at there. Again. Kind of less chunky highlights on the top, but chunky highlights on the bottom of the wings. Annoyingly, it's the only one of these iridescent paints to do that. All the rest of them have like a very distinct colour tone to them. So that's the dark green one, for example. That one. They couldn't have just made it blue, right? Had to be a white base. Gonna get ready for work. Aw, no worries. Take it easy. Take it easy. I will catch up with you later, and long weekend is good. We'll have to play some games on Monday. So I always have Mondays off. So I'll catch up then. But hope it goes quickly. Alright. Okay, I don't know how thick even I'm meant to paint this on. Let's try it out. So I'm thinking, because this is kind of textured as well, it'd be quite a nice nice way to bring out the texturizing. Oh, that's quite bright blue. That's nice. I think the white dries transparent to just sort of leave the glossy iridescent bit behind. You can see that? Oh, that's pretty. That's good. I was worried I've just ruined my model with putting that on. I think that's going to be quite nice when it's dry. Okay. I think I'm also gonna take these and see how those little ear flaps work out as well. Okay, yeah, you can see that sort of drying. Quite translucent now. Just make sure you rinse your brush thoroughly, otherwise everything you paint afterwards will be sparkly. Unless you're into that, you know. No judgment from me if you like sparkly Space Marines. Actually, that sounds like it could be quite fun. Who wants to see me do sparkly Space Marines next? Make all the gatekeepers super angry. I'll do bright purple and pink sparkly Space Marines. I think one year I might do a full series of Pride flag themed Marines. So that'll be really fun. I know it's been done to death. Maybe I'll do a full set of Pride dragons instead. I like painting dragons. A whole heap of chibi dragons, but they're all Pride flag themes. Okay. I'm quite happy with how that iridescent paint came out. Just good. It's definitely a positive. I think it was a gift of courtesy of Bad Magic a couple of weeks ago. Arrived and I've been itching for an excuse to try it out ever since it arrived. Alright. So I'm definitely going to stick with the yellow eyes. So they're going to stand out nicely. And with these, you want the eyes to be nice and clear and defined. Alright. So I've actually cracked out a new paintbrush, brand new paintbrush for these. I'm just making sure that the yellow is nice and thick because it's on a dark background. Okay. And that is the nicest this brush is ever going to look. Just gonna please appreciate how nice this brush looks before it gets ruined. It's so pristine. It's never gonna look that good again. No, I've overpainted quite badly on this eye. My hand wobbled. So I'm just gonna go back. And it's easier to paint dark paint over light. I'm just going in, tidying up that outline. And just in the same this corner here. Effectively, I'm putting in the lash line for any makeup aficionados out there. Okay. So, time for a little bit of magic. A little bit of. So we go from kind of creepy black eye. You just draw effectively a very narrow V in the middle. You can kind of leave the point a little bit blunt. But it makes a very nice little slightly evil looking dragon eye. Very, very simple. But and again, you just follow the curve of the eyeball. Don't try and make it straight. Just nervy. You can fatten it out a bit if the edges look a little bit wobbly. And fill it in. Yeah. Even little dragon eyes. But wait, there's more. Rinse off the brush. Right. So we got a little iris. Take that. You take a bright white paint. And this is where you need to take note of the curvature where the light would be falling. You just do the tiniest glint at the top. The eye shine. And again, on the other side. Again, just it helps having a strong light source for this. Just where it hits the light, hits the eye the strongest. Just do a little dash of bright white. But wait, there's even more. So whatever color you've got in your eye, get a color that's 1 or 2 steps brighter. So for me, that's this sort of differential you're looking for. So that's the main color for the eyes. This is the bright color. Phalanx yellow, awesome, like powder yellow if you're looking for it. So load your brush up with a decent amount. And outside of the iris, just do a little bit of a highlight there. And a little bit more now. You're kind of looking for like a high bracket and a low bracket. Little focus. You can just about see it. You don't want it too obvious. And again, it's just a sort of a highlight, a shine, a shimmer. This one's a little bit more subtle. So you want the high bracket towards the back of the face, and the low bracket, so to speak, towards the front of the face. The high bracket goes on the outside of the eye, the closest to the ears. If you want an explanation that also fits humanoid faces, there you go. There you go. They're very, very subtle. You won't see them unless you're looking for them. But they're a great little tip that I picked up. I don't remember exactly where, but from someone who is painting character, like chibi models, are great for like big, flat color eyes, like what we've got here. And very, very briefly, returning to the wings. There's a little bit of highlighting here. And it's a thinned down layer of just a lighter blue. God, I love how this iridescent paint looks now it's dried. Look how gorgeous that is. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, so I just wanted a little bit of highlighting on those wing membranes, I guess you'd call them. Okay, where did my glue go? Because this super glue dries quite slowly, so I'm not worried about it drying while I fit the wings to the model. It's a little bit tacky in terms of the paint. Normally I'd wait overnight before doing this, but I want the finished model to be able to be shown off after stream. Look at those iridescent wings. Look how beautiful they are. I'm so happy with those. So, I'm actually going to take advantage of the fact that I still have some iridescent paint. I'm brushing a little bit on his nose. I'm doing a very, very thin layer for the belly scales as well. Just because it seems a shame to waste what I've already poured out. And it helps tie in the wings and the ears and everything else with the rest of the model. Okay. I don't want to go too overboard. I think that's enough. Putting that that away before I get too overly tempted. Oh, look at that cutie. Look at the little cutie. I'm in love with these wings though. They are so pretty. I'm not seeing much of the violet colour. Oh no, wait, look at that. Oh, that is so subtle. But the turquoise looks amazing with the rest of the model. Oh, that is cool. Endlessly fascinated by iridescent stuff. But yes. Okay. I need to make any changes to the I know what I can do. Just a little couple of finishing touches. Because this guy deserves it. Just a couple of tufts to really sort of polish off the model. Think of it as dune grasses. There we go. There he is. Look at how cute he is. His shiny little wings. There's a very simple, very cartoonish animated style. Little sneaky Rocky the sea dragon. So yeah, that is all I'm going to do for tonight, because as I mentioned, it's just going to be a chill stream today. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I know it's a lot shorter than what I normally do, but I'm still kind of recovering a bit, so I'm going to go ice my wrist down and hopefully not do any more damage to it. Hopefully I'll be able to do some longer streams soon, because I miss doing that. But yes, for now I'm going to leave it there. Let's leave you with a really nice shot of him. Look at that guy. Look at that boy. Look at how cute he is. Alright. Before I get too carried away, I'm going to leave you with a really wonky shot of Rocky. And I'm going to go get some rest. There will be photos up soon. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I know it was a kind of a short, quiet one, but I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you're on the world. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.